As Philip II of Macedon conquered Greek city-states one after another, Sparta remained untouched. Despite Philip's overwhelming victories, Sparta, lacking walls and relatively weak, stood firm. Philip sent a message to the Spartans, stating, "If I invade Laconia, you will be destroyed, never to rise again." The Spartans replied with a single word, "If." When someone asked why Spartans punished those who lost their shields, but not those who lost their helmets or breastplates, the Spartan king Demaratus explained, "The latter they wear for their own protection, but the shield is for the common good of the entire line." Spartan warriors were taught to feel no fear before the multitude of men, to stand firm without panic, and to hold their shields straight towards the enemy, valuing their own lives as less important than the collective defense. Xerxes once wrote to a Spartan leader, offering him rulership of Greece if he joined his side instead of fighting against him. The Spartan replied, "If you knew the noble things in life, you would refrain from coveting others' possessions. For me, to die for Greece is better than to rule over it." When Xerxes demanded, "Hand over your arms," the Spartan retorted, "Come and take them." Before the Battle of Thermopylae, a Spartan warrior named Dionysus was told that the Persian archers could block out the sun with their arrows. He responded, "Good, then we shall fight in the shade." Spartan women, like Gorgo, the wife of Leonidas, were known for their sharp wit. When a foreign woman remarked that Spartan women were the only ones who could rule men, Gorgo replied, "Indeed, for we are the only ones who bring forth men." At the Olympic Games, an old man, struggling to find a seat, was jeered at until he reached the Spartan section. There, every Spartan, young and old, stood up and offered him their seat. The crowd applauded, and the old man sighed, saying, "All Greeks know what is right, but only the Spartans do it." Spartans believed in fighting close to their enemies, wielding their shields, and engaging in hand-to-hand combat. With their spears and swords, they stood side by side, shields overlapping, crests and helmets touching, fighting as one unit. Spartan warriors were taught to rise up, stand firm, and learn to love the shadow of death as much as the light of dawn. Courage was their finest possession, the noblest prize a young man could endeavor to win. Individually, Spartans were the equal of any man, but collectively, they surpassed all others. When caught in an ambush by the Athenian general Iphicrates, Bias told his soldiers, "Save your lives, and I will die fighting." The walls of Sparta were its young men, and the points of their spears defined its borders. In answer to why Spartans used short daggers in war, Antiochus said, "Because we fight close to the enemy." For Spartans, it wasn't walls or magnificent buildings that made a city, but their ideas and their discipline marched to war. Spartan mothers told their sons, "As a warrior of Sparta, come back with your shield, or on it." When asked about the greatest benefit Lycurgus conferred on his countrymen, King Agesilaus replied, "Contempt of pleasure." He advised his citizens to remain poor and avoid desiring more than one another to prevent invasions. Alexander, the son of Eurycrates, when asked why Spartans did not amass money in the public treasury, explained, "So that those guarding it may not become corrupt." He allowed only athletic contests where the arm was not held up, to prevent the habit of quitting during hard struggles. When asked how one could rule safely without a bodyguard, Agesilaus said, "By ruling subjects as fathers rule their sons." Teleclus, when his brother complained about the citizens' behavior towards him, explained, "You do not know how to submit to injustice, and I do." An elderly man once told King Agis, seeing the decline of old customs, "Everything is topsy-turvy in Sparta." Agis humorously replied, "If things are worse now, it follows a logical course. My father and his father before him also believed everything was topsy-turvy. We should wonder if conditions improve or remain the same, rather than decline."